Welcome to another episode of the Daily Practice. The window is open, the request lines are open, the hourglass is flipped, and the sand is falling. Let's get to work. Here he is, our troubadour, Nathan Moore.
Some nights I'm talking crazy as a loon, a tick in the hair, a talk in the spoon. Some nights I'm the oboe of the English language, just skipping stones to the moon. It's wild as can be, the distance between. Rooms full of romance, let in a little light, but there's blankets on the window of the hotel room tonight. 10 pins on the main line, set 'em up, we'll knock 'em down. Tomorrow we'll all buy new shoes, go out and walk around. It's wild as can be, the distance between. There's so many colors at the carnival. It's like a stained glass window that blinks that you can ride. And oh, from the top of the Ferris wheel, you can see the countryside. And it's wild. Wild as can be, the distance between. So come, let's go together further on. There's a path that winds through the words like a song, and little birds to carry all our cares away. Frogs leaping in the pond. It's wild as can be, the distance between. Hey, welcome to practice. So I dotted my I's, but I did not cross my T's. So we are accidentally streaming to Facebook at the moment. Hey, Facebook, long time no see. And we are streaming there as Jabber John episode 97. I forgot to change it. Lex and Corey and Catherine and I and Percy were all hanging out all the way up till 11:45. So we hugged goodbye, scrambled over to get live for the practice, and forgot to change those settings, but I think I got it switched over from the Jabber John set otherwise. So, yeah. Welcome to practice. It's good to see everybody. I hope you're doing okay. The Jabber John earlier was very enjoyable. It was great to to be back with that gang again, and it was a pretty fun conversation. I would recommend it. The AI talk was fun, and Dad's reaction to seeing himself as AI is it's very real, very real. I see the requests rolling in. I'm ready. I'm ready for anything. Ready to work. Ready to work. Put me to work. Let's go ahead and see what you got so far here. Gus, let's get busy here. Let's do it. Oh, look at this already. You got this. Safe. The sound of Amelia singing at night, plain as day. Time is now. Now's the time. I see you're corrected that. I would have figured that out. Never settle for letting ice. And before you were born, fun list. All right, let's get in there. Frogs leaping in the pond. I made an on-the-fly lyric change there. The path that winds through the woods like a song tonight. The path that winds through the words like a song. I don't think I'll change that in the songbook or anything, but a fun little different idea. I feel like I've thought that before. That's the reason I'm still thinking of it now. Here's hoping they can reach us, you know, life's finest teachers, the ones to show us how to do what must be done. And I don't mean abstractly, I mean matter-of-factly, the nuts and bolts of flying to the sun. But who can show us where to look? How will we know what must be done? I know it's written in a million books, but we can't read every one. Some say God has a plan for every woman, child, and man, of all the things to think that might be true. And I don't mean abstractly, I mean matter-of-factly. I can't play piano, can you? But who can show us what it meant when first a string tied to a bow? How do we find our instrument? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? It's a sort of prayer to get up and go out there, to know your feet can find a sacred path. And I don't mean abstractly, I mean matter-of-factly. Once you're on it, you ain't ever looking back. I have no idea how it works from where we get our gifts, but each of us, I am sure, is something nobody else is. You got this. 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 this, you got this, you got this. Ha-ha. And Jeff says, I'm glad I haven't said anything in the chat yet. It's taken me this long to realize I was rewatching yesterday's broadcast. I guess I'll just do these in order. Saves me thinking too hard and having to keep track of where we were. So the next request that came in is Safe. This is a song I wrote over 20 years ago, and it was the day the Amusement set out in our maiden voyage, our first tour in our new, we were, probably about 3 years old as a band, and we finally got to the point where we bought an old school bus and renovated it as a tour bus, built bunks in it and everything. Maiden voyage, day one, driving down south through Albuquerque, and it was snowing like crazy, and all of a sudden a 18-wheeler turned in front of us, and there was just no way to avoid it. We slammed on the brakes and slid right into it and completely totaled our dream. Our adventure ended on day one. We spent months getting that thing ready. And we eventually got picked up by friends from Santa Fe and driven back. And I believe it was at my friend George's house, and sitting on his back porch. And just sort of an open nerve. I wrote this song. You're in charge of the silver lining. Yeah, those clouds are up to you. There's a sweet song somewhere when you're pining, just waiting until you're through. If you're determined, you can believe, and if you can believe, then you'll have faith, and if you have faith, then you can love, and if you can love, you'll be safe. You can make everything happen for a reason. There's no tragedy that's not the way to go. That's why there's time, that's why there's seasons. That's just how we roll on down the road. If you're determined, you can believe, and if you can believe, then you'll have faith, and if you have faith, then you can love, and if you can love, you'll be safe. So don't be too hard on you. You're the one's gonna get you out of this. You must be all you need, count on it. someday you will reminisce. If you're determined, you can believe, and if you can believe, then you'll have faith, and if you have faith, then you can love, and if you can love, you'll be safe. Felt good. Magpie says, never heard that story before. Yeah, I'm not very good at that, am I? most songwriters, that's like their hallmark. You tell a little story about where the song came from and all that. I've never been that. It's never too late, you know. I could become that. I couldn't help but ponder about that, and there's it's sort of a strange thing in a way to be a songwriter. I guess a lot of artists can relate to it. It's almost like a life hack to be an artist, because especially when you start realizing, and I know as a songwriter, a lot of my favorite songs I ever wrote came from traumatic experiences, from heartbreak or from anger or bad things happening. But it's almost like a little bit of it's a dangerous life hack to a certain extent. In one way, it's a beautiful thing, because once you create something beautiful from something tragic, you'll never see things that are tragic the same way again. It'll always, something tragic will happen, and as an artist, you just know intuitively that this is an opportunity to create something beautiful. And in that sense, it's a little bit of a life hack. The dangerous side of the other side of that blade is the fact that then you almost sometimes will maybe have an instinct to create tragedy, or to create something tragic in order to squeeze the magic from it. It can be a dangerous thing to realize on a deeper level. Next was the sound of Amelia singing. Not a true story. Not a true story. This is pure fiction. Like, oh man. Bean says, oh crap, I was also listening to last night until now. That's so funny. How do we do? What gave it away? About to make a joke that this is pure fiction, like all pacifist anthems. There was a fight in the alley one night. Tensions were tight as a band. One man had broken a bottle, held it in his right hand. An awful crowd had gathered round him, cheering them down in the dark. At first no one could hear the sound when all at once it fell free as a lark. It was the sound of Amelia singing up in her room. Notes fell soft as petals, seemed like they fell from the moon. Her voice was the voice of an angel, no sweeter sound a man can hear. Stole right away with their anger, and all the darkness disappeared. Even the one who was holding the bottle. It was as though he snapped out of a spell. The other one hung his head too. You see, both knew that voice so well. That was the sound of Amelia singing up in her room. Notes fell soft as petals. Oh, seemed like they fell from the moon. Her song, it hovered like heaven, hung in the invisible air. All the men all went their ways. Me, I just stood there, hoping she'd hold a little longer. Every note she'd sing, and walking home that brutal evening, I could smell the flowers of spring, thanks to the sound of Amelia singing up in her room. Notes fell soft as petals. Seemed like they fell from the moon. Nice request. We don't do that one often enough. Had some arrangement ideas in there. The first was realized by accident, sort of starting soft, then kicking in with the beat on the second verse. But then I should have brought it back down for the third verse, at least the first half of it. And I'd never tried harmonica on that before. I'm not sure the C is the right harmonica, but it was worth a shot. I'm not exactly sure what to do in the solo section there. Maybe a C harmonica would work. Well, her song, it hovered like heaven. See, that should hang. Hung in the invisible air. All the men all went their ways. Me, I just stood there, then snaps back in here, hoping she'd hold a little longer. Yep. Good work. Welcome to practice, folks. Watching the sausage get made. At night. Let's go. Someday, it'll probably be like 5 years down the road, I'd like to be able to play that last song and this next one on piano, but it's going to be a while. Once the blue is turned to black, after love has had its heart attack, I pull the curtains back. At night, the world is mine. Once the sun hides its eyes beneath the moon, under starry skies. That's when I rise at night. The world is mine. Once the town is sound asleep, that's when I laugh, that's when I weep. Oh, for going deep at night. The world is mine. I awoke in a land of dreams, stuffed and sewed along the seams. All my life, this is how I feel, and I have no idea now if I'm real. Welcome to practice. I want that one more time. Once the din of the city pales next to the songs of the nightingales, oh, that never fails at night. The world is mine. I awoke in a land of dreams, stuffed and sewed along the seams. All my life, this is how I feel, and I have no idea now if I'm real. Oh man, again, one more time. That song, it gets a little, it's baby stepping towards where it wants to be. Baby steps. Dump some of that wax in the trash. Hey, Carl, welcome to practice. It's going to be a really fun harmonica break to take someday. Even though that was one of the most fun I've ever had with it. Any thoughts on the spoken intro? I don't quite know how to sell it yet, but I feel like arrangement-wise, it really works. But it's a little strange, and I was actually distracted by the other night when I was asking if anybody recognized the song I was playing. It was "Find Out for Yourself." And a couple of people guessed "At Night," and I'd never made that connection. But tonight I did the "Find Out for Yourself." Which maybe Magpie says, not necessarily a fan, but with a question mark. I hear you. It's a little bit strange, although there's such a proud tradition of the old country songs, spoken verses or whatever. I'm not sure if I just need the right hat to sell it, or if it's not really sellable in this day and age, if that's a bygone tradition, or if I just am not doing it right yet. I feel like that time, one of the things that might have thrown us off is I started the groove and then backed off of it when I remembered to do the spoken verse thing. I think if I was really going to try to sell it, I'd have to come out of the gate without any groove whatsoever, no time. So it'd have to start off just like, once the blue. Wait. Yeah, not even that F, maybe. Maybe just that, but then, once the blue is turned to black, after love has had its heart attack, I pull the curtains back at night. The world is mine. That should be the first time you have any sense of time or rhythm, is at night, the world is mine. That time I started out like this and then remembered like, oh, the spoken thing, and then backed off of it. And I feel like that tug and pull added some tension to the arrangement that shouldn't have been there. I might have to get me a red hat. All right. Moving right along. Plain as day. That's right. Carl says if you were John Fogerty, you might get sued by your label, right? That's how I feel getting copyright strikes on In the Basement and Everybody Dreams on my YouTube channel. Like, what? If you saw a UFO, what would you do? What if it appeared only to you? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if the alien was a girl? Gave you a message for the world? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if no one would believe? How would it feel to seem insane? Knowing what you saw, plain as day. What if the voice of God spoke right to you, right out loud? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if God gave you the word? Gave you a message for the world? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if no one would believe? How would it feel to seem insane? Knowing what you heard, plain as day. what would you do? What if the miracle was you? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if no one would believe? How would it feel to seem insane, knowing what you are, plain as day, plain as day? Ah. All right, now's the time. Now's the time for now's the time. The time is now for now's the time. Well, thanks, Jay. Oh, you're right. I do have a reddish. You're right. I forgot all about my reddish hat. Ah, if I wore... All right, that's the hat. I think I immediately thought of a gnome. It's MIA at the moment. It's not on its hook. It's around here somewhere. They don't want you to know there's still people out there hopping trains somewhere new by morning, dancing like sunshine in the rain. Life is on a grand adventure, all out there who are alive. Now's the time, now's the time, now's the time. There's unseen forces, gorgeous wardrobes. There's magic words to part the sky. There's nothing so wrong with anyone that we can't wear wings and fly. Life is on a grand adventure, all out there who are alive. Now's the time, now's the time, now's the time. Follow your ears to the music, follow your eyes to the light, follow your nose to the sweet perfume, follow your tongue to the bite. Life is on a grand adventure, all out there who are alive. Yeah, good call. Good call. Welcome to practice, folks. I have not figured out the chord progression for the repeated chorus at the end. And now's the time. 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 There it is. God, I've tried that several times and been stumped, but that actually just worked. That works. Now's the time. Because it's definitely not the same pattern again. But, yep, ding, ding, ding. Right answer. Yes, thank you. Figured it out. Next was Never Settle. Same capo position. You guys are writing a pretty clever set list here, I gotta say. You guys you've had some themes. You've grouped some like songs together, similar vibes, little pockets of their little themes. Pretty interesting. It's good to see some fresh names in the chat. Oh, good. I'm accidentally streaming to Facebook right now. I no longer stream to Facebook, except I do for the Jabberjohn show that happened earlier tonight. And forgot to cut it back off for going live for practice. But now I'm glad that I made that mistake so that you could be with us tonight. Definitely highly recommend coming over to YouTube and subscribing to the channel over there, and so you can see everybody's chats and get notified when the show is live. Now that I've seen the golden highway, now that I've heard from the best, now that I've had a real woman, I'll never settle for less. Saw with my own eyes a true magician. I swear she pulled my secret from her chest. I tried, but I just could not explain it. Now I'll never settle for less. The only trouble is the midnight melting, exploring the heights upon wings of excess. It's a long, long fall to the palace of wisdom, but I'll never settle for less. Once I heard a melody so sweet it made me cry. It felt to me like a caress that took away all my worries. Now I'll never settle for less. Now that I've laid in that river, just one more day and I'll be blessed. I got too much love left to give her. I'll never settle for less. Lately I've been spilling all over, even lost my keys, just leaning west, 'cause that's where I was graceful. Now I'll never settle for less. I'll never settle for less. I'll never settle, I guess. I might have to refresh the request list here. Whoa! Before You Were Born. Golly, I can't believe how long it's been since we've played a lot of these songs. It just doesn't make any sense. The Spiral said, I'd love to know how this song came about. Before You Were Born or Never Settle for Less? Actually, with either of those, I'm not sure I remember writing them. Pretty sure I don't remember writing either of those. I love it. Step right up, come see the sausage getting made. Before you were born, you had it all the love and riches in the world. Before you were born, you'd fly along the wind, and then you were born. Now you want it all back again. Before you were born, you sang in tune, sat still as a stone, ran rings around the moon, as quick as lightning above a riverbed. Then you were born, now you want it all back again. Before you were born, baby, you was free, and now you're chained to happiness and misery. Before you were born, you were without sin. And then you were born, now you want it all back again. Before you were born, you had no fears. The sun was your smile and the rain was your tears. And nothing grew without the rain. Your smile had no end. And then you were born, now you want it all back again. Then you were born, now you want it all back again. feel like it's just been way too long since I sang that song. Forgot how it goes. Oh, no. Oh, look at that. The candle went out right when the last grain of sand fell through the hourglass. That's the way that's the story I'm telling. I'm sticking to that one. Oh, appreciate you so much. Thanks for bending your ear my direction. Tell all your friends about the daily practice. We're just getting started here. And I will be back tomorrow night, like clockwork, midnight here on the East Coast of the United States. We do need a leaving song to get out of here, though. Good work tonight. Great set list. Got to find that red hat. I want to take my red hat off. That song is so good on piano the other night. I was about to jump into it, but it might not be the move. What's our leaving song? Should I look at the list again? Is it already in here? Oops. Oh, I do need to find a purple hat. Used to be a freeborn man. I see you. Oh, man, I did come up. All right, here we go. I haven't even toyed with my new fascination so far tonight. You guys probably wished I'd waited till week 3 at least before bringing out the Dobro. I'm still dipping my toe in the shallow end here, but man, I just cannot stop. I've been playing this thing constantly since I saw you last. But I got a new slide for it today. I'm not even sure what the proper terminology for these are, but this is my new favorite one. The wooden handle has a wooden handle. Look at this thing. Light's not quite hitting it right. Wooden handle. And this guy pivots, like it rocks back and forth way more than the other guy did. I don't have a flat surface to show you. You can't see the table. Yeah, it is, right? All right, I have been doing a lot of, for some reason, this instrument is asking me to learn a lot of songs from the public domain, songs that are copyright free. I just find these simple little old melodies and stuff are all over this thing, and it seems like a fun way to learn the instrument. Just milking these out. I came upon this is one these old folk songs. A lot, nobody knows who wrote any of them. I love that. It's just mysterious, anonymous. This one was made popular by Leadbelly and then brought back to life by Kurt Cobain at MTV Unplugged. Who can tell me what song I'm about to play? This happened earlier. It might not even happen again. I don't even know if what I'm about to try is going to work. But this afternoon, before people showed up for Jabberjohn, I had a funny moment with this song. Yeah, hard times is definitely here somewhere, right? Hard times ain't just some old folk song. Hard times ain't just some old folk song. Oh no, hard times is still going on. Thanks to the cheap walls of some of these motels, I hear these conversations, some of which I never would retell. Oh, it doesn't feel that far away when you hear somebody say, go to hell. I asked the weatherman, he didn't know what was up. Well, the boss man told the doorman, sorry man, we can't pay you to keep it shut. Just then the optimist chimed in and said, hey, at least we got this half-empty cup. Oh, hard times ain't just some old folks song. Oh, hard times ain't just some old folks song. Oh, no, hard times is still going on. That's just a little tease. I realized playing that little bit of Hard Times that I don't know how to stop my foot playing dobro. What am I gonna do? I'll have to stand up. I did get the strap for it. I love how the Dobro Strap works. You go all the way in, and then you take your hand under here. Now look at that. That thing is right. Cigarettes, mentholated cigarettes, red hots, get your red hots, red hots. All right, actually an old folk song. My girl, don't lie to me. Tell me, where did you sleep last night? In the pines, where the sun don't ever shine. I'd shiver the whole night through. My girl, where will you go? Going where the cold wind blows. In the pines, where the sun don't ever shine. I shiver the whole night through. Her husband was a working man, just about a mile outside the town. His head was found on the driver's side. His body has never been found. last night. In the pines where the sun never shines, I'd shiver the whole night through. In the pines where the sun never shines, I'd shiver the whole night through. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I will be back tomorrow night like clockwork. Give them heaven. Show mercy. Be silly. Be honest. Always trust your cape.